Now we're just down the road from the city centre here in Berlin, or what used to be the West Berlin city centre, that is Zoological Gardens. And we find ourselves outside the Filmbühne, Steinplatz. Now I'm sure that is not how you pronounce it. Let me try again, Filmbühne. And it's a single screen cultural cinema, or as we would say, art house cinema. And it's set inside a bar restaurant, as always you find in Europe, and it is beautiful. The single screen art house cinema with 2 Kineton FP20s on changeovers, no platter or tower in sight. So we're going to go inside and meet Michael, projectionist. Projectionist here is actually the manager, the cashier, salesperson. He does everything here. It's a one-man show, and quite honestly, it's something that I'll be quite happy to do it myself. I'm not going to leave where I work, don't get me wrong, but I thought, what a lovely way of doing things.
I'm a projectionist, and I'm doing a lot of things in this movie theater called Filmbühne am Steinplatz in Berlin. And welcome to your projections.
Oh, thank you. Can you just tell me, how old is this cinema?
It was opened in 1948.
Okay.
And it is based on a British, I think it was founded by the British military government.
Wow!
To re-educate the Germans. And nowadays we are playing mostly films in original language.
Yes.
We are playing films from Arabia. Today we are playing a film from Kurdistan.
Wow!
And this is in Kurdish language with German subtitles, and it's quite crowded. It's amazing.
Oh, it is? That's amazing. Oh, thank you.
It was Mr. I don't know. It was a famous British officer.
Oh, yeah.
Not an officer, a military officer. What do you say to a military?
General.
A general, and he was quite interested in cultural affairs, and he opened a theater.
Yes.
And he opened also this movie theater.
Wow.
But he did it with Germans, so
yes.
It wasn't run by the government.
Of course.
By the British government. It was run by several selected Germans.
Oh, that is really fascinating. Thank you for telling me that. Well, this is a projection room. 2 FP20s on changeovers.
Very new, and it left a lot of dirt.
Oh, right. It's so nice seeing 2 projectors and on changeovers, because cinemas is 1 projector now. That's really good.
But do you know these movie theaters? They have 1 film,
yes,
1 print for 4 projection rooms.
Yes, yes.
This is quite fun.
Yeah. Oh, you must really enjoy working here. This is nice.
It's okay, so I think you can see what you do.
Yes.
And these big movie theaters they are like machines.
That's right. We're here, you put love and passion into it, I think. You have to clean those after every show, do you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes I do it so.
Alright.
This is the best.
Alright.
It gets very white.
Yes.
Very clean.
Do you get your prints in on time?
Yes. We have a driver, and the program changes usually every Thursday. So the prints are arriving in the night from Tuesday to Wednesday. And on Wednesday we are preparing the prints for the first screening on Thursday.
Alright. And do you play the film for the week or do you split it?
No, we are playing most films for at least 4 weeks or so.
4 weeks?
So I think we will keep this print until November the 15th or longer.
So you don't play it?
This would be 4 weeks, and maybe when it's very successful we will play this film still in December also.
Wow.
But there's another film coming out next week, a documentary on Andy Warhol's
oh yes.
roots. Do you know it?
Yes, I know of it, but I don't know the film yet. And will you play that as well?
We were playing that as well, and
so you'll have your like split the days.
yes. And I just showed the trailer, and it was very funny to see the people laugh.
Oh, lovely.
So maybe this will be a success.
Yeah, oh that's nice. I mean, being in the capital of the country, you can do things like this, can't you? Hold films on for a long time. Yes.
But we are also, as I told you, we are having project films for school classes.
Yes.
And we are playing a film from Britain tomorrow.
Oh, really?
From Lamp.
Yes.
It's called East is East.
Oh yes, comedy. An Indian comedy.
And yesterday we had 2 screenings of Billy Elliot.
Oh really?
With about 300 people in 4 hours.
Very good. How many does your cinema seat?
131.
Wow. That's lovely. That's a lovely cinema. I love the projection room. That's for showing
slides.
For slides.
But we don't show slides because when you are showing slides you have to be in the projection room.
Cool.
And as we are doing it,
You're doing the sales. But that was a slide, and then you go through that lens there.
Yes.
Does it actually work?
It works, yes.
Wow.
But I can't demonstrate it.
No, of course
you have to
divert,
this,
yes.
and then the sound stops. The light
Just comes round.
This way.
Yes.
And it's focused by this lens.
Yes.
And this means sorry when we have a problem.
That's nice.
Only
Put that on. Oh, that's really nice. I see you got 16mm.
Yes, we have 16mm. On that side.
Oh no!
But it's not so.
Not so good.
It's not so state of the art because this seems like a home.
Yes.
16mm.
It does. Yes. I mean, again, you just swing the mirror around and it reflects the light. Okay. That's really clever. Do you actually get many 16mm film? No.
Hopefully not, because it's very
too much trouble.
It's much trouble, and you know the status of these 16mm prints.
I know.
They're normally not in a good shape.
That's true.
And this is our security exit. So we have to jump, actually.
Well, it's nice to know you've got one.
We have to.
And I love these. That's so nice.
This is quite big, yes.
It is.
So we have space for 3 prints normally.
Yes. But that is really nice. I just love the way they just... That is so good, you know. And I like this rewinder. What's this?
I don't know.
Okay.
It has something to do with the sound, but I'm I never touch it, so
Everything always works. That's good.
and hopefully it every day this red light
It's on.
is on, and so I think when the red light is on, the movie theater is in a good status.
Good. When you've been showing films during the day to children, are you here all day and all night?
You mean me or
Yeah,
someone?
you.
No.
Do you just do nighttime?
I'm here tonight until 12 or so.
Yeah.
And go
What time did you start?
at 5.
Right.
So I have 1 hour for preparation.
Yes.
And so I start today at 5:15.
Yes.
And we have today 3 screenings.
Yes.
And the last screen will be over at 11:30 or so. And I have to be back tomorrow at 11. And I will have another hour for preparation.
Yes.
And at 12, a school class is coming to watch
Wow.
East. And after this, I have to. I don't know what the word is.
Time on.
I have to slide to print.
Oh, make it up. Check it. Yes.
And I have to send it. So, and I will be,
break it down.
tomorrow I will be at home at 3 o'clock again, and tomorrow evening
You're back again.
I'm not back now.
Oh, you're
I
not?
will be back on Monday.
Oh, right.
So I'm off from Friday to Sunday.
Oh, that's fantastic. How many hours would you normally work in a week? 40?
Normally I would work 1 day only, which means 6 to 8 hours. But now we have some sick colleagues,
Yes.
and next week I will have to work on 4 nights, so it will be about 30 hours or so.
Do you have another job?
Yes.
Yeah, I see.
I have to look. I'm with the management of this movie theater, and
Yes.
this is my. So what I'm doing here is that I stay in the business.
Yes.
That I'm not only doing this management jobs and
Yeah, that's I know what you mean. It's nice to still be
doing all
involved.
the ads and so on. And so
Yeah. Do you ever go visiting any of the other cinemas around here?
sometimes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mostly I'm going to press screenings.
Oh, yes.
This is quite good, but I'm not a friend of regular movie screenings because they are mostly stupid people. You have all these stupid advertisements. You have
Yes.
these people talking. You have these people eating
know.
popcorn.
I know.
And so I prefer the press screenings. It's in the morning.
That's right.
It's always in a very nice movie theater called
Always.
Filmpalast.
Yes,
You have space.
yes.
You have nobody talking.
Disturbing you.
You have nobody sitting in front of you
Yes.
or before you or on
Yes.
the left or on the right.
Oh, no, I know what you mean. It's like in my preview theatre for Walt Disney, we just do press screenings or business related screenings, so the people that are there need to be there to see the movie. So we're dealing with not the public, and it's nice, you know. Yeah, but we're showing the movie. I can't see it in the theatre because I'm up here changing it and taking bookings for the theatre. And because where I work in Hammersmith in London is Disney's head office, and we deal with all business from Disney in the preview theatre that I run. So I don't like going to a normal cinema anymore because I think mine's the best. You've got Dolby Stereo.
Yes,
Yeah.
but not surround, only Dolby Stereo.
Just left, centre and right.
Sorry?
Have you got left, centre and right?
Yes.
Yeah, but no surround.
No surround.
Oh,
We don't need surround because these. I think this film from Kurdistan is in Dolby Stereo, but not in Dolby Surround, and so
alright.
it would be too much. And oftenly, not oftenly. sometimes we are playing films in mono, and you don't have to have Dolby surround when you are playing films in mono.
No, of course, no.
Because then it sounds very odd.
Oh, absolutely.
Mono films,
Do you play old movies as well?
sometimes we try to screen some The Apartment when Jack Lemmon died.
Yes.
And we got a print from UIP, United Pictures,
Oh, yes.
International Pictures.
Yes.
And it was a mess.
So you couldn't show it.
We tried it, and I had to stay in the projection room because we had a break every 10 to 15 minutes, and Yen was missing, and people were very angry about it.
That's a shame,
So
that.
this is a shame.
There are a few reissues. Yeah, you had Breakfast at Tiffany's, that's been reissued with a new print in England. Have you had that here?
No.
Get Caught, the Michael Caine movie, that's been reissued. A Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, there's a new print going around with that, in Casablanca.
But you know, the situation is quite difficult to Great Britain because we do have 35 TV channels, and on a regular Friday you can watch 10 to 15 movies on TV for free, and this is quite different to Great Britain. And we don't have, for example, we don't have this wide range of selection of films on video.
Alright.
You can buy about 5,000 or 6,000 German films on video. But 50,000 films or so, and in Britain it's quite different. You can buy a lot of films or rent a lot of British films on video.
Yes.
And I think in the larger cities you can watch a lot of British elder British films in movie theatres.
But there's nothing like going to a theatre to see the movie. It's nice watching it at home, but it's an event to go to a nice theatre.
But we sometimes we are trying this, and it's not very popular. We have this big event in February, Berlin Film Festival.
Oh yes.
And they are having I understand that in 2002 they are having films from the 60s.
Yes, I was reading yesterday they're trying to make the York 2002 festival less action-based because of what happened in America. They're trying to make it more friendly and
I think they don't know what to screen in the official festival, so they say we have to think, maybe we don't know what to do yet. But they are planning this event on the 60s, and I think they will be screening, for example, films by Tony Richardson. And in February you can see the movie theaters crowded, and people are very keen to watch these films, but only during the festivals. And when the festival is over, nobody would come.
Yeah. I think it's the same. We have the London Film Festival, and for 2 weeks it's busy, and that's in 2 big screens in the West End. It's really, really busy. But people still go over the year. I mean, like you say, you're busy tonight, and this film, obviously, certain films catch the imagination of the public. Like, how do you pronounce it? Amelia? That film has done fantastic business. That was on in August at the Delphi, and the film, what the film Palace, it was in Cinema Paris, and it was filling up, you know. So certain films will always take money.
Yes, but I think Amelie is a very bad film, and so
I think
this feel-good movies from Britain, or Brass Off or so, which is quite
Brass Off was really good.
It's a feel-good movie, and I think these films are in a way they are sober, and they're not lying about their contents. And you can see that the filmmakers like figures in the movie, and I think you can also see that the director and the producer of Amelie wants to make a lot of money.
Oh, of course, that's why they're made.
So, you know, there are these catalogs for fashion photographers, and they can select models, and it's like one of these catalogs.
Okay.
But you will see.
I can't comment because I've seen it, but it didn't work for you. That's amazing. That's good. It's a lovely projection room. It's nice to see two projectors again.
Usually I'm sitting outside.
Yes.
I can watch that light every time. So.
Yeah.
So this was a lucky guy.
Alright.
And he complained that it's too windy in the movie theater. Because I switched on the air conditioner. Now, so in 10 minutes or so, someone will come out and so I can't breathe.
This is normal. That just sounds totally normal from when I've been doing this 35 years, and when I worked in cinemas, you can't please everybody.
That's it.
Yeah.
Did you go to Arsenal?
Steinplatz?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. DP75s. Yes. Nice, very nice. And I did the IMAX with the Omnimax and IMAX in one.
The blue IMAX, or that
not in the Sony one, the one on its own. Yes, that was nice.
But I understand that all these IMAX theaters are closing down.
Well, IMAX is struggling.
I was in Rotterdam last week, and they opened their IMAX theater 10 years ago, and it's closed down.
I know.
Yeah.
A friend of mine just opened one in Birmingham in England. 2-3 weeks ago, I went up there to see him and to film him, and oh dear, I know their shares went very, very low. You understand? Yeah.
But I think it's so for me, IMAX has always been a disappointment, and you go there and you say, oh, it's okay, but I considered it bigger or more thrilling or so. So I watched that film, Mount Everest,
Yes.
It was a big screen, but
I agree with
nothing
you.
else.
And I've had friendly arguments with somebody I know. To me, the documentaries on TV are better than what you get on the IMAX. This
For
Discovery
example,
Channel.
Mr. Attenborough's
Yeah,
documentary.
exactly. And okay, the IMAX gives you quality, but you pay a top price for 35 minutes.
For sitting in a small seat,
Yes, I agree with you. It's not my cup of tea. Yeah. In Berlin, how many cinemas show English language? I hear the Odeon might.
I don't know. The Odeon does this since the Odeon has been movie theater playing English language films for about 20 years because it was near the American
Yes.
village.
Yes.
So a lot of American soldiers went there to watch movies. Even the Americans had 2 own movie theaters, as well as the British had one.
Oh really?
Yes.
But they're not here now, are they? Anyway.
No, and the movie theaters, there were some people who wanted to reopen it. It's until the Heusplatz, and I don't remember the name. It was quite bizarre name, and I think it's closed down.
Oh, right.
And there used to be a movie theater called Die Kurbel, and they were screening only films in English language, mostly without subtitles. And now the policy has changed, and they say our customers prefer to come to the city center, and Die Kurbel is not exactly in the city center. It's near Kurfürstendamm, and this is not so fashionable nowadays.
They're coming back here now, are they?
No.
Oh.
Die Kurbel is in our neighborhood, so to speak.
Oh, yeah.
It's about 2 kilometers from here.
Yeah.
No, they are screening now the films in English language on Potsdamer Platz and at Alexanderplatz, for example.
Oh, really? English there as well?
Yes.
Because that's a new multiplex, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
They have 19. You can't say that these are cinemas. I think these are screening rooms sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And but for example, the big Cinemax at Potsdamer Platz.
They have 2 screens showing English, don't they?
Yes, they have 2 screens, and they have 19 screening rooms. But these screening rooms are for the festival market. So and during the year they are using it for public projections.
Yes.
But these are in a way quite small projection rooms, industry projection
Yeah.
rooms.
So if I were to see a film there this week, it'd be in a small theatre.
So they have 50 or 60 seats. It's not so small, but it's...
But is the screen big for the room?
Yes.
It's
but
not small.
You know, these movie theaters, they're looking like a box.
Yeah.
And you are sitting here, and you have
Oh no!
a screen in front.
Oh no! Do you find that German people like to see some films in the original language, say English films, American films in English? Or they're not bothered?
There are a lot of people who prefer to watch films in original languages. These are quite this is a very small minority.
Yes.
Because even people who might be interested in cultural affairs are saying, no, it's too difficult, I have to read, I don't understand it. And sometimes I understand it, and then I read it, and then I think, what do they read? What do I read? And
Yes.
So I think it's better in the Netherlands or in Switzerland. They never dub.
Yes.
In Switzerland they are dubbing films, but in Swiss...
Are we doing changeover?
It's starting automatically,
Lovely.
as you can see.
Just on an auto changeover. That's excellent, isn't it? Just one pulse.
We have one pulse at the end of the first reel, and we have two pulses at the end of the second reel.
Oh yes.
We have the first pulse is getting an impulse to the light, and the light is dimmed.
Yes.
The second pulse is right at the very end of the reel.
Yes.
And the light is becoming bright afterwards. But sometimes you get these prints with
Pulses
all the
already on.
impulses,
I know. You have to be really careful, haven't you?
But this is a new print, and I did it by my own, so I know
Excellent.
it's okay.
That's good.
The film is what's called Madagascar Skin.
Oh yes.
Do you know it?
Vaguely, but
It's like a very strange film.
yeah.
But
And
this
your
was
friends released it here.
yeah, they released it here, yes. This was 1994, so nobody knew Mr. Bernard Hill.
Right. Yes.
He's a star in a way.
Yeah. He's very big on television in
Yes, I think
UK.
so.
Yes. On the beginning, you just showed trailers.
When or?
At the beginning of the film, every show.
Yes, it depends, because usually we have it at the end. This is our projectionist for the advertisements,
Oh right, yeah.
and we have advertisements running a whole month, and we have advertisements running only a week. So this is the first, and then we have these so-called trailers. This should be the preview trailers.
Yes.
And usually we're having it at the end of
The film.
at the end of the advertisement,
Yes.
before the film is
Yes.
starting. But I decided now, because we are having this film with Andy Warhol's family next week, and I decided to put it at the beginning of this film, because otherwise we had to change it next week.
Yes.
And because you can't screen a preview trailer when you're playing that movie
Yeah.
right after it. So
Yes.
I decided to put it at the beginning, and I think it's a good decision, because
Good.
people, I think a lot of people who are watching that film should watch or should be interested in Andy Warhol.
Yes.
Maybe not just these people from Iran, but
No. Probably don't know who he is.
all these German intellectuals.
Oh yes, sorry, of course. I was not thinking they've been here a long time.
So it's running like an 8.
Oh
And
yes.
I don't know, is it the same in Britain?
If you were running on stools, I run on stools, and I would come off that way. In America, they come off anti-clockwise, so you're doing it the way the Americans do it.
It's different because in East Germany they use these machines from Czechoslovakia, and they are doing it like the O. So,
Yes.
so you have two types of projecting systems in one city.
Yes.
This is okay.
Right. Well, thank you very much.
Welcome.
It's been nice to come up in your projection room.